Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're doing really, really good. I've got an art supply book, a craft supply book, going into the Etsy store today. This is one of the first items that we're doing international shipping. We are opening international shipping again, and that's I feel great that we are comfortable enough to do that in a happy sort of way. This is a sweet little bead spawn that it just came together really quickly, and I love the way that it matches this beautiful fabric, very Moroccan, very Indian inspired. It even has a bamboo brad as a closure on it. So we should probably do a measurement here. And you can see that I've pulled this pretty tight, but even pretty tightly, she still comes in about 4 1/4. And of course, when you take her belt off, she is pretty darn big. We start out with the word research. You know, whether we are researching ourselves, researching our passions, researching our soul, researching our family, that's a really powerful word to start. With a book like this, it encourages you to delve into the book, dive into it, look at the elements. I think that one of the first things that's fun to do when you get an art supply book is to flip through it and see what all you have. Now this is, you guys know how I love to curate things in your books, so it's really easy to just 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull out those 4 pages, right? And then grab like a playing card or an art trading card and get to creating fast. We have collage elements in here, scrapbook paper, paper pad paper. I love this image right here. This is Thanks Trills. She sent us the peacock ribbon here, and I think that Miss C might have sent us these wonderful gold reinforcements for notebook paper. And you'll notice that I'm using notebook paper in here in a kind of new and different way. Kitty cat. And of course, I mean, if we're doing summer art supply books, craft supply books, we gotta have some gardening in here, my friends. And of course, we gotta have some cars. Now this is a DeLorean, or it's built the same as a DeLorean with this wing door on it, which is just a lot of fun. We have some floral patterns here, Machiavelli. This is from an old book about biographies. It's very, very interesting. Scrapbook paper, a collage cluster. Anytime you see something like this, it means that all of those elements can go together really, really easy. Makes it very easy, y'all, to build an art journal page, to build a craft journal page, to build your personal journal. I'm really fond of using magazine images and cutouts and things like that in my personal journal. I use a composition book, planner, journal, and it is, I use the images as prompts. If I come to a blank page and there's a prompt there, that helps guide my writing. And sometimes you kind of do come to the page with sort of a blank. You'd want to write, you're not sure what to write. You can look at this art supply book as, man, I mean, that's just a book of journal prompts right there. This one is called Wish Upon a Star, and it's kind of Victorian in nature. You can see some tea being served right here. Love that. We've got sheet music. This is a woodcut from a great book called The Jazz Man. Coffee dyed paper. Magazine images. This is from an organization called tradeaid.org.nz, and it is about handmade paper And the women who craft it really love the story. Again, Trills, thanks a lot for sending that along. It was very inspiring. This page is kind of devoted to all things blue. Again, you know, a curated page. Lots of the same colors going on. So, you know, if you, let's say you come to this book and you're like really, really tired, whether it's in the morning and you didn't sleep well, or at night when you're just kind of wanting to craft something, but not want to get all your stuff out. You know, you've already cleaned up for the evening, and then, you know, you always get that itch and it's like, I'd like to do just one more thing today. An art supply book is a great little thing to take downstairs, sit on the sofa, you know, watch a movie, watch a sitcom. I am into Schitt's Creek at the moment. Re-watching Schitt's Creek. I just finished The Good Place. I can't say enough great stuff about that show. It was very inspiring. It was very heartening. It was very heartwarming. This is a kit that is all about the beach, and it even has some cording in here and a piece right here, which I think is a seashell. So you guys can make your own necklace with this. There are art trading cards in here. There's this piece right here features sea turtles, which I think, we use sea turtles right there in your 3x3 mini book. So nice matching elements. I did mention international shipping. Y'all, that's coming in at about $35 to Australia, which is the only place that I've sent to lately. I'm assuming that international shipping is going to be the same wherever we send it, but I'm not quite sure. Look at that puppy. He looks so much like our Kronk that we lost a couple years ago. But now we have Susie, and he's a lot of fun. He got a new harness yesterday. Chris has been taking him. I love the way this flows together here. Look at this. I forget what they call this pattern. Y'all will know it. You'll be able to remind me and remind everybody else that's going, what's that pattern? The way that this pattern plays with these elements here, the map elements, the gray of that's called something too. I have it in my house. Wainscoting, is that right? Shiplap. Maybe it's shiplap. I think that's what it is. I forgot what we were talking about. I yammer. This is a fun element because this is gardening as well as cooking. I did not have luck with my garden, y'all, because it was eaten once again this year. I'm super frustrated with gardening. I want to be a gardener. I want to grow flowers. But every time I put something in the ground, it is eaten up. Whether it's like the sunflowers. The birds jerked the sunflowers up as they were just breaking through the soil. I don't know what this is. I feed wildlife. Maybe that's my gardening ambition. I'll just feed the wildlife. This is a creative cluster called Home. All about, and you've got a lot of elements in here to create with as well. This is our last signature. This is, you guys remember when I did kind of like the tessellated pages, and I do have a few tessellated page kits, so if you want to try that yourself, you can purchase one of those kits. I think they're $10. I also, you guys, have bracelets in my shop now. Got the blues really bad this weekend because Corey left and Carolyn left, and there's nothing for me to look forward to as far as seeing my kids, and I got the blues, and I knew that I had to do something, so I made Blues Buster bracelets. They're in the shop. They're $5 each. Again, another curated cluster right here. Map images. anything related to cars is of course kind of close to my heart, because this is an old Vega. This, totally reminds me of, I think this was 1979, 1980 repair manual that this guy that lives down the block came by the house one day, and he said, I've got all these old repair manuals. Would you like to have them? Well, really, it was, would Chris like to have them? But I think that he didn't know that Chris just works on Z cars. But, I was like, heck yeah, I'll take them. And I have used them and used them. Look at that. Isn't that just neat? Man, does that take you back? Does this take you back? Does this image put you in teenage years? Mashed sweet potato casserole, Georgian sweet potatoes. Does this take you back to grandma's house? Anything in here is just a sweet prompt for you to write about, craft with, create with. I got to thank Bev for these. These are little dresses that she made. I sent one to my mom, and she absolutely went nuts over it. There's also vintage pattern catalog papers in here, as well as, there's vintage papers in here, and some lace, and some buttons, and all kinds of things. Another curated cluster for you to do your own thing with. You might see that I don't demo creative clusters. That's because I think you ought to do your own thing with them. I think that you express your creativity. It's kind of it's great to learn from other people, but gee whiz, you've got so much creative spark inside you. Don't hide it. Don't try and do things like everybody else. You do things your way, man. That's your creative spirit. That is your inner artist saying, I want to do it this way. I don't want to do it like so-and-so did it. It's my stuff. So follow that. Follow that leader. Follow that inner God. Love the coffee dyed paper. That really turned out really well. And I intend to do more of that after, probably after I kind of get my house back in order from being gone and then having folks here. So blessed to be able to see family and friends and things like that. So just such a good time. All right, we've got one more cluster to end things up. This is a celestial cluster. You got a blue star in here to work with. You've got a couple rhinestones, stars here, starfish elements here. So lots to create with. Again, international shipping is open. So in 2020, if you wanted to grab a journal and it didn't quite work out, then now's the time. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.